iDiskiTV powered by World Sports Betting, iDiskitimes.co.za. It's Orlando Pirates winning in the last minutes against Richards Bay Football Club. The question we always answer, and I'm sure you can feel the emotion within my voice, is who will challenge Mamelodi Sundowns for the league title? And I was so angry and irritated. Orlando Pirates, you were supposed to challenge for the league title. And fortunately, they came through with 3 points. They were the better team in this game. There was no need for this game to be dragged on and on and on and on. However, well done to Orlando Pirates for winning a very difficult game to watch. Lindo, what do you make of the game, sir? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Nkulego, to be honest with you, very best first half. A hard watch from both teams. Brendan Truta was a lagule game. Ugutazo consolidator, take a point and go home. And anyway, it's a free hit for him. I think that's psychological. That's how he's thinking. I do not have to win against the Orlando Pirates. But that's a very wrong approach, Nkulego, because for me, in my opinion, we need continuity. We need your game plan. We need your philosophy. We need a game plan. Because I know no one cares about his team. Yeah. Of course, they're not going to ask questions. But what was the game plan from Brendan Truta today? Brendan Truta, he's been getting opportunities, Nkulego. And for me, he's toothless. Everything that he's doing, in a final product. You understand, Nkulego? But in the side of the Orlando Pirates, Nkulego, a very good second half, terrible first half in my opinion, lack of creativity, lack of intensity. I think also it's very difficult to play against the low block. I think they were still figuring them out, how to break them. Looking at the second, the tactical structure.
And it took actually a set piece for them to break it, you know, because they couldn't break that low block, which is a good point.
You're looking at the tactical structure, Richards Bay, Nkulego. They have a 5 at the back. That is very stagnant. Aba movie. Umabuya on the right is not going anywhere. Abo Dube ngale but stagnant. Bamela bakhupuka basijelile Nkulego ukuthi they are not going to jump the progressive line. They are not going into the assist zone. The only ngwenye zamayo Nkulego and yazikherezela iGharavu Figueiredo, the number 23
Nkulego.
I think he's got so many goals for Upatela also in the All Stars.
Yeah.
For me ingwenyanyana bengathi yazama nomhlongo la in midfield. I think he's trying all the time Nkulego akathi makalitholile ibhola njengositheba pass sideways and too negative. At least he tries to go to the progressive line athole bona Figueiredo. Even though sometimes maybe the pass Ibatoli or it's a sloppy pass, but Figueiredo besazikherezela. But for me, I'm looking at the goalkeeper, Richards Bay, man of the match today in my opinion. Made some crucial saves. I think the last free kick let him down, Nkulego, in my opinion. I think the wall kept on jumping and and I don't know why, Nkulego. I don't understand.
Instead of Lindo
Pep, but Jampelana, Bukinen and all of those things. You understand, Nkulego? But for me, the goalkeeper did well. Moving into Orlando Pirates, tactical similar structure. There's a very interesting tactical detail that I saw, Nkulego, Namhlanje, from the Orlando Pirates. I think they are overthinking, they are overplanning, in my opinion, the Orlando Pirates coach. And I'm going to be very critical as well to about Ryan Cobbs. I'm an analyst. They should have watched the Richards Bay in the last 3 games, Nkulego. We saw how they played. The space is always on the wide channels, or if not on the wide channels, Zamuk Boboza Lapogoma center backs because ba vulnerable in that space. Abutube, we know them. You understand? I'm looking at that. I'm very critical of that. Ile coffee creativity came up. You look at the tactical structure that fascinated me. On the left, they are playing a full back that goes out, which is Uhoto. I think the most responsibility of Tino van Rooyen on the right now, Nkulego, is that he plays strictly half space. He doesn't go on the wide channel. The pitch is separated into 4. It's the wide channel, it's the half space, it's the central space, it's the half space, and then it's the wide space, which is 5. So he never ever goes on the wide space. He never ever goes on the central space. He strictly focuses on the half space, whether in the build-up phase, whether in the consolidation phase, whether in the progressive line, or whether in the assist zone. For me, I felt that the reason why they did that, Nkulego, was to give Gilberto the license to play 1v1 with his fullback. In my opinion, Angazi Nkulego, can I give him time? I need to give this guy time. Because
you're not sure.
No, I'm not. I'm not convinced, Nkulego, man. I'm not convinced. I feel that the boy Unkota can actually do better than what he's doing. Osaling has been doing very well, but Jobangisho Nkulego, he's new in the country. Should we give him enough time to get used to the intensity of the PSL? But so far, I'm not convinced with Gilberto.
10 million runs. It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. Still on product. For me, no box entries. The only box entry is Zamili Akabi Polango right there, Puma Manje before the match ended. Like no box entries. I was dealing full back like, and for me, the decision making let him down. I feel that maybe he's trying to impress the coach too much. Is overdoing, Nkulego. We are overdue, in my opinion.
Yeah, 2 major things here. No Olisanda, no Munapula Saleng. These, of course, already, it's in the 4th game or the 5th game of the season. Those are Orlando Pirates players of the season so far. And without them, how did they look without them?
Nkulego, they're going to struggle with Tatunda at the back. Unda is so important to them. If you check Nkulego, and I don't want to be critical to the captain because they need their captain on the pitch, but by Tangalaza Nkulego, in my opinion, I think the reason why, if you can check an earlier foul, the right side centre back is on the left. Usesane. He's not on his normal because ukavela uMayela.
Oh yeah.
He's covering for Umayela because Umayela is normally a left back. I think we programmed, but he's been playing as a centre back Umayela. But ngeke bahlale bamkhavela because obviously he's not worried because he knows Gutu Dino is not too far. He doesn't play box to box. He's just here next to you, Sesane. Let me go and cover that ball because if you can check, even in the first start of the game, in the first 5 minutes, kunale tekila iwinile kuFigueiredo, and then he played a progressive pass. But for me, the disadvantage of Orlando Pirates is losing Unda. I felt that Umayela better second half but in the first half for me, bebatangalazile, and it cost to Sesane. I think they were very vulnerable at the back, more especially in the first 10 minutes. The loss of Usaleng, this is what Usaleng gives them, a little bit of directness. And I'm researching Usaleng, even prior when he was playing lower leagues, he's actually a goal scorer.
Yeah.
I think Usaleng game he needs to eliminate all these things as because we understand he is lacking in terms of combination play, in terms of dealing with like a 1v1. But I think they can get him into the box, closer to the box. Usaleng a touchy line because that's where he's dangerous, when he's in the box and when he can make a runner finish.
When you give him the freedom to, of course, he is almost a pretentious right winger because if you remember the game against Polokwane City last week, he was on the right wing, but he scored the goal on the left wing. So I think I agree with you that we should not be critiquing him based on the things that he's supposed to do, combination, passing, and all of that being selfless. We should be rating him based on this goal scoring. And I think maybe we're changing now slowly to seeing him. He scores great, important goals for Orlando Pirates, and we're looking at him as a goal scorer. But I think the limitation of what you're saying, if he plays closer to the box, eventually he will be man-markable. So maybe continue to play as a winger on the left or the right so that you can be able to roam around. Because if he plays almost like Mabasa, for example, Mabasa is markable because he's a striker, he's a target man. So the reason why Saleng is able to score all of those goals is his ability to move around as well. Let's look at Richards Bay as we wrap up. The danger, of course, of being very defensive is that once they score you, then you have to respond. What realistic thing they could have tried to get out of this game? I didn't enjoy the first half. It was sad. When we're doing our halftime videos, we were sad. So I want them to be entertaining, of course, and try more. But realistically, what could they have gotten out of this game? What could have they tried in this game?
I'm expecting them, very simple. Ohoto, he's got a poor recovery run, and you are trying to couple. Tatani ngwenye wa nibege la paya ichite nkulego. Tell Usbanyo ukuta stick la pen because for me he's moving too much around. I think the game plan should have been simple to Brendan Root. We understand that he likes to build up. It's not a philosophy. He likes building up from the back. We saw it. But then build up or attractive pressure, and then the second pass now use the strength of Usibanyoni. Feed him the ball, Albambes chasing a protective ball, and then Abo Figueiredo now use Barane behind him. You understand? They don't have to, but Babinali responsibility to track back. For me, that I think it was a simple game plan. Attract to Orlando Pirates, come close to our box. Because we've got a striker who's tall, who's very good, will protect Albambe. His strength is not running in behind. So bring him closer. Again, good progressive lines in feed Albambe, and then Abo Figueiredo run it behind. Or I'll feed Bomslonga pass la pan. But also, I think the people that let them down as well in midfield, Abos Tebe, in my opinion. I think the coach needed more forward passes from Abos Tebe. You understand? Abos Tebe, they wanted to keep position, they wanted to keep it control. I think they were playing very safe.
Yeah, I have to wrap it up with you. What would have been the implication to the league if Paris struggled to break? Because they struggled to break, and we were worried. I'm still a little bit emotional about the fact that this was so poor in Richards Bay that Orlando Pirates, if you want to win the league, get rid of them, dismiss them. But at least they did take the 3 points. But in terms of the picture of the league, wouldn't you want these games to be easy games to dismiss?
Easy game. This game should have been an easy game for Orlando Pirates to win Nkulego. Last season, a very important stat. Last season, 15 games away in Nkulego. This has been their problem. They won 5, they lost 5, and they drew 5. Out of 45 points, they got 20 points. For me, that's questionable. And they almost started the season like that. For me, you Orlando Pirates, at home, they got 9 wins, 3 draws, 3 losses. 14 wins. And I think I'm not too sure with the other stats, but I think it's 14.
But the point is that when they're traveling, they're struggling.
They're struggling. They only got 5 wins, 5 draws, 5 losses. For me, I'm looking at the away. The amount of goals that they conceded, their XG in the box is also terrible. They fail to create opportunities when they play away. That's why we saw today minimal creativity, minimal in terms of intensity. But for me, credit to them because they won. Because this is how big clubs operate. Even when they don't play well, you still need to get a result.
Absolutely. There you go. Thank you very much, Lindo. Thank you very much to everyone for watching us as well. Well done to Orlando Pirates. 3 points for the club. I mean, if you're not going to get it from Richards Bay, then can we trust you to win the league? Yeah, but we're not even expecting you to win, but push your Sundowns until the last month of the league. So well done to Orlando Pirates. Well done. Beautiful free kick to open the scoring from Dlamini.
Kabelo Dlamini.
Kabelo Dlamini. Shout out to Kabelo Dlamini as well. Thank you. You've saved our video, actually. It is TV, it is Times, World Sports Betting. Thank you very much for watching us.